Hey, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is actually going to be showing how I got this Ari Lennox look.
Feel so exciting. Start up highly. It's yours.
Break me off and gichie, yeah, till the lights is off. I'm summertime, crushing, got to put that game on pause. And doing baby nice and slow. Ooh, break me off and gichie, yeah. I'm so sorry. How did I do? I hope you guys really like this. But basically, this is something I started way back when. This clip that you're seeing right now is me starting this video in like 2019. 2020. So I originally wanted to remake all of Ari Lennox's looks from the BMO music video. I don't know why I was so inspired by it, but I love Ari Lennox. And I tried so hard to make this video over 2020 and it did not work, and then I decided to revisit the idea for Valentine's Day because I thought the looks in this video are just so good and they would make such good Valentine's Day looks. And it still wasn't quite working out, and then I just was like, you know what? Let's put a poll up on my Instagram and I'm gonna let y'all vote which singular outfit from this music video I can recreate, and that is what this video is. So I'm gonna start you all off with a DIY. So I tried to keep this under, I think, $30. I think I succeeded. So first of all, looking at the components of the outfit, I couldn't fully see her bottoms. I rewatched this music video so many times, slowed it down to like a quarter of the speed, and took a million screenshots. And the main thing I could see clearly was the robe with the feathers on the end, and then her top, which had like a dramatic V and it looked like it was kind of a bra top. So I decided that the main components that I would need were really going to be that robe, that top, and then making sure I get the hair and the makeup close enough. Okay, so I've been keeping the stuff that I ordered on this little hanger on my clothing rack. But I ordered this pink robe from Depop, from a Depop seller who I'm going to insert her name here. Oh my god, I just can't see my finger. I'm going to insert her name here. And it came packaged so cute, and I did not do an unboxing, but her shipping was excellent. And it came with this cute little scrunchie and stuff, so big shout out to her. Highly recommend. Prices were great, and this robe is amazing. Okay, so I took to Joann to just find some pink feathers, really, because of the movement, but then... Okay, I just don't want to pay $10 for this. Like, it's so cute, made work, and then I don't need this one. Oh my gosh, I need something like this, which is a lot less. So then I just have to leave this. Okay, so now it's time to make the robe fancy. And I went to Joann and I had pink faux fur. I really wanted feathers because on her robe it's feathers, but I could not find it and it made me sad. So we're gonna open one up. I got two, which I hope will be enough because it's like this. Okay, so I have my faux fur, and the fur actually faces downward, if you can see. It's going that way. And I want it to have good movement when it's on, so instead of cutting it in strips this way, because all the fur will be facing that way on the sleeve, if I were to do it like that, I'm actually going to cut the strips basically horizontally across. So here is the sleeve to my robe. Let me fix y'all. Can you see it? Okay. Here is the sleeve to my robe, and it works out that basically the width of the fur sheet is about the same as the sleeve. So I'm just going to cut strips of it and then sew them onto the robe. Okay, so when you cut the fur, I was trying to show y'all, but make sure you get underneath the kind of netting that is in between, that is attached to the fur, because if not, you'll just be cutting straight fur. So there's a little bit of fur that I have. I'm just gonna clean up off here, and I have a little trash bag by me, but fur will get everywhere. But now I'm gonna go ahead and pin the fur pieces onto the sleeve, and then I'm just gonna sew it from the inside, but I'm gonna pin it from the right side out. So I'm gonna, because you see here, you can just kind of see the raw edge of the netting. So I'm actually gonna take it, fold it a little bit, and fold it like that. So well, I'm gonna pin it first, just about 1/2 inch, and then when I sew it, it should sew it down just like that. Make sure you sew at the kind of bottom end of what you folded. So let me pin it. I've pinned it right side out. Okay, so it was really frustrating to do, but I just switched to sewing one strip at a time on, and I actually did it right side out instead. But since I have 2 strips, I'm actually going to flip. The sleeves are on, and they look pretty cute, right? It's 2 strips, so as you can see, there's 2. So I'm actually gonna flip just one of them up. You can really just flip it up and sew these seams together, and then move on to the next sleeve. You really just have to take your time. I'm just gonna sew a vertical line down here. 1, 2. There's the sleeve, the pink sleeve, and this is what this is sewn to. Yeah. Starting first with the bralette. So I was going to trace this pattern that I created way back when from a YouTube video that I will link here, but when I first did it, it just came out too small, and that really probably was me. Like, I'm the one who probably traced it wrong. So I'm also just going to be using a bra I already have. It's just a bralette from Ari, but it has cups in it, so that'll make it a lot easier to trace to get this top part right. Okay, so I'm going to do it one more time. I already sewed the first side of the bralette, but you're not going to go around completely in a triangle. You are going to, you're going to stop at each end here. These like straight ends, you're going to stop at each one because we are going to use this one at the top is going to be to sew the straps on, and then these 2 on the bottom, I'm going to sew these 2 cups together. But I also need to be able to have a hole to pull it right side out, basically. Okay, so now it is time to turn my cups inside out. So I have 2 cups here, and I just find the opening that is the biggest. Sometimes based on cutting and stuff, there's going to be an opening that's just not big enough to work it through without busting your stitches. And so I'm just kind of searching out the opening that's the biggest so that I can pull this right side out. Okay, so I have both of my cups turned inside out, and I don't know if you all noticed, but I used scrap fabrics from a light pink hoodie that I had cropped, and then from a t-shirt that my friend had made me. So it's actually two different fabrics. So it's not really showing up here, but they're slightly different shades of pink, and I've kind of decided that I'm going to flip it so that the light pink from the t-shirt is on the right cup, and then the light pink from the hoodie is on the left cup. I think that's gonna be cute. But anyways, we have two separate cups. They're actually not together right now. And remember, we did not sew all the way to the end, so there's little holes here at the ends of each one. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and tuck the smaller one into the bigger hole. We have raw edges, so you need to kind of fold that over so that when you sew these together, they won't show because that's ugly. But guys, I've been toying with this for a second to figure out how to make this look as seamless as possible, and I'm not like a professional sewer. I feel like there's a word for it. So this is what I've come up with. I'm gonna fold in my raw edges, and I'm going to tuck this side in here into this hole with my raw edges folded down. Honestly, I'm gonna sew a zigzag stitch vertically downwards. IDK, it might be kind of ugly, but I'm getting tired. So we're gonna sew a zigzag stitch down this middle part and go from there. Okay, here's how it's looking after I've sewn both cups together. Can you see this? Okay. Right? Do you see how this, it's just bigger, right? And that looks kind of ugly to me. So what I'm gonna do, this is still gonna be reversible. I don't know how to hold this for y'all to see, so I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm so sorry. Do you see this? Do you see how it's kind of bigger? I'm quite literally just gonna pinch it through and try to do a small seam so that whatever side I show it on, it just looks like it's kind of gathered or ruched in the middle. I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna do that now. I want to show y'all how I'm gonna hand sew it. So I threaded my needle and made my knot. I just want to show y'all how I'm gonna make it not as visible. So on this back side, there's the bigger part here. I'm going to cinch this together like this, which means that the knot needs to be housed underneath this part that's gonna be folded over so it's not noticeable. Just kind of threading it through underneath into this top part. Maneuver it just so that your knot is not noticeable or visible, and then pinch her together and kind of just do a simple in and out. Okay, so I've sewn both you guys have seen, so we cinched this together kind of to make it look a lot less gross. This side I still don't love, I'm gonna be honest. But it's okay. From afar, it's kind of cute. Anyways, you're now gonna add the straps. So I have these two here, but I just cut 4 of the same size. So I was saying we're gonna fold this in half. I'm gonna start with these top straps because I need to also fold in the raw edges here because these holes are bigger. But you're gonna go ahead and tuck this in as best you can. And in the same way that we folded over the raw edges before, you can hand sew this to give you more control to make this neat, or you can just use your sewing machine. Use a zigzag stitch because this will be stretchy, and the straight stitch, those seams will bust if you stretch them too much. We're going to fold in our raw edges, as you can see, and do a zigzag stitch over top. So I'll be back. Somehow I forgot to record me sewing the straps on, but the straps are on. This one is kind of questionably on, I'm gonna be honest, but it's on enough for me, you know. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so that is as on as it's gonna get. You're gonna do the same thing here, down here, and then we're gonna be done, y'all. Like, I'm very excited. So yeah, let's get to it. But here is the finished top. I used a t-shirt, and then I also decided to do the second lining and make it reversible with a hoodie because the t-shirt fabric was just super thin and I was really scared nipples would show, but as you guys can see, the hoodie did its job. Like, step. I am gonna throw these pants on real quick and try to crop them. I bought them from the girls section, which I low-key have to stop doing because they fit. But when I crop these, as you can see, I don't have a lot of room for movement in the thigh area. So I don't know. This might not work as well as I want them to be because I want them to be shorts and they might look weird. But I'm gonna do that really quick before I go to bed. So let's do that. Okay, I have the pants on, the shorts. I don't know what I'm gonna do. As you can see, I don't have a lot of space to breathe here. They're all right. I could crop them a little shorter. I just wanted something high-waisted. I could just have the raw edges. I can also just let out the seams and add extra fabric. I think that is cute. I genuinely want to like the shorts though, so I might just crop them and then go from there. Because I don't like how they look like this. This looks like Bermuda shorts to me, which flashes me back to middle school, and I don't like that. I'm going to keep them here and then just cut off the bottom where I rolled them up to, and just hope for the best. Okay. I'll be back. I'm about to cut these again. I cropped them some more and they're fine. Like, these look fine to me. So I'm done. That is finished, okay? We have cropped it. I'm so scared my teeth. Yeah. This bralette is a little more scandalous than I had intended. I'll be honest. But yeah, this is gonna be it. I think that's good. Hey y'all, it's Editing Me, and I'm basically here to say that there's going to be a part 2 to see how I pulled together the makeup and the hair. So to see all that, please wait for the next video. It'll be up within a day. I'm doing every other day uploads for the next few weeks. And the video is already 20 minutes long, so I just didn't want to make it longer than it needs to be. But thank you so much for watching. Please drop any questions, comments, or concerns in the comments down below. Please also dislike or like this so I can know how y'all feel about the content. And until next time, bye!